5, but it's been interesting. Anyway, look, I came on specifically, and we got like 5 minutes to midnight. I came on specifically to talk about one subject. I've touched on it before, but not in detail. And this is good timing, Karen. Hey. Hey. All right. So, Karen, my wife, if you haven't met her before, and that's a blurry camera. That must have been you, was it?
I don't know, maybe.
It could have been. I'm just going to blame it on you, honey. All right, 1 second. Make sure that doesn't happen again. That's one of my setup steps. I wish that could be something you could set. You can't set it.
Set what?
You can't set it to not do the auto zoom. You can't let it remember. It will not remember that setting. Logitech didn't think to just tick a little box to say, remember me. You know? If anyone knows how to code that, tell me. I'll probably pay you. Okay? Because I have to do it on 2 cameras every night of my life that we stream. It's like, it kind of gets to me. Anyway, look, I came on for a specific reason. I was really down earlier, and it wasn't anything that you said, Karen. You know, I know you might have thought that, but what it was, the reason why I was down was because it's a bit of a I'm going to give you a layer of things because it's a little bit complicated. And I only worked it out for myself a couple hours in, talking to SPAC and talking to Sylvan. And it's because for the longest time, as a gamer, I feel like by my close relatives, my family, my brother who I used to game with, people who are my neighbors, people who are my colleagues at work, that where gaming has come up, it's been shunned. Okay? So for the longest time, it's actually been something for me that I've called myself this before. It's more like a packaging of symptoms. But I would categorize myself at the moment as like a closet gamer. I mean, Karen knows what this is about because we'll be out playing Pokemon Go and I'm like, pipe down, don't say Pikachu too loud. You know, and that's ridiculous.
Instead of Pikachu.
That's ridiculous for a 31-year-old man to want to hush about his number one passion that he live streams and is the largest VR streamer on the planet, as far as I know, on Twitch. That doesn't make sense. There's no logic in this. There's no logic in this. I'm broadcasting this. You can see my room. And if any of my colleagues at work wanted to see my room, they just have to look at my details. However, this is where the crux of the matter comes in. So we've got one side closet gamer, okay? And I still honestly have a fear, and I'm sure they know about it because I open the window and I scream about games, that my neighbor knows. That neighbor knows. You know, that they know that I'm streaming in here and that somehow they look down on me for that. That's honestly how I feel. And it comes from a few different things. I'm going to blame my brother here for a little bit of it because he is definitely to blame. I love him to death. Absolutely do. I think he's a fantastic guy, and I think what he does is amazing. He's like an Iron Man. He goes out, does all these marathons and things. For some of you, you know, he did his 40-mile-an-hour crash into a wall recently. He's basically all better now, and he's back working. So I'm really, really glad for him. He's off on an oil platform.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he's actually back. He's just flown out on a helicopter. He's back on rig. So good for him. Really, really proud of him. We used to, when we were teenagers in Ireland, we used to LAN game together. So we do Counter-Strike. We do all kinds of things.
My name is Bob.
My name is Bob, and I'm a closet gamer. Thank you, Bob. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, the closet gamer thing, plus my brother used to be a gamer. He and we experienced Counter-Strike for the first time. He had friends, I had friends. It brought us together closer. And we did other kind of geeky stuff, like we played Magic the Gathering. I played for like 18 years before I kind of gave it up, you know? And it's the kind of thing that just gaming, PC gaming, all that, like a lot of people, and I think less and less and less people, and a lot of it's in here, it's in my head, not actually in the world, you know, look down on it, or look down on the hobby, and don't consider it on par with other things like sports or reading books or, you know, other hobbies, painting. You know, I always look at it and think, what's all that about?
Well, SPAC, supporting Brad is a little different than supporting the hobby.
Yeah, the thing is, like, my family. Okay, so let me talk to my other bits of my family. So there's my brother. who used to game with me. And then at one stage, he just kind of gave up on that. He was like 16, 17, he just kind of gave up on it, moved away from it. He went all rugby and pumping himself up. And he's scrawny or was scrawny like me, and kind of went super jacked up. You saw him, I think, for parts of that. They slimmed down. He took up cycling and running.
Skinny,
No, you didn't. Yeah. You have, because there's a picture on the internet that everyone thinks is me, and it's my brother.
Oh,
Him in a
okay.
hoodie with a red trim. If Ninth is here, he would be able to show it. But so anyway, that's my brother. My dad and mom. I think my dad just kind of like this. It's kind of like this. I think it's like a ignore. I don't think it's an acceptance. I think gaming to him has always been a waste of my time. But it got me her. It got me her. It got me you guys. It got me my job. It got me everything that I've earned in my life that matters. So there's a right and a wrong.
Your dad watches a lot of TV, so you can't
Exactly.
point too many fingers.
But the thing is, he's I'm sure accepting of it, but I don't think it's an embrace thing.
Yeah.
And that at some level hits me, of course. The second thing, my mom, right? She's this openly supportive, has come to the stream, not really watched the show because it doesn't work for them on their PC, but has sent me food or whatever because I mentioned it while we were out on our walks. I'm closest with my mom out of everybody, and I don't know, it's been tough. I mean, you and my mom haven't necessarily gotten along perfectly, and that's driven a hammer already through us, but just the whole framework of the family context with gaming is that basically out of the four of us, the three of them don't like it. I really like it, and it's like my hobby, and none of them really ask me much. They don't ask about it. They don't talk about it. I mean, if I know that your sister, for instance, like World of Warcraft, my personal opinion on World of Warcraft is that I don't like it. I'm glad Karen saved me from getting into it because I did play two-week free accounts, and I was like, I'm gonna go do this, Karen. She's like,
600. It
You
got
said
you
no.
the cat. You were gaming, and somehow.
Twitch offered you a cat, free cat.
No, so she
She
got her name from gaming.
did. Zoe from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I had to convince Karen. She's like, all right, it's a good name.
I know, I liked the name, but I wasn't sure.
She didn't like the association with the gaming necessarily, right?
Well, it wasn't the fact that it was related to gaming. It was the fact that we were playing Left 4 Dead all the time, and I already had sort of a person in my life named Zoe, so it was sort of like,
Exactly.
yeah.
What is a closet gamer? Do you know what a closet gay guy is? It's that for gaming. So it's like, you don't want to tell people that you're gay. You don't want to, this is going to leak incorrectly on the internet now. You don't want to tell people that you're gay. You don't want people, you know what I mean? Like, because you think that they're going to think negatively of you. Personally, where I've had gay friends, and I've lived with gay guys, and there's all kinds of things. I'm not going to say there's all kinds of things I've done with gay guys. But Zoe, but please, calm thyself. But both gay guys and girls, like that to me has never tinted the color of our relationship in a negative way. Maybe this is how I was raised, because I know you can be raised in a different way, and you can be like, or whatever, and then you can kind of learn to not be so. But I do think that out there, my impression is that gaming as a hobby doesn't win me anything. It doesn't win me any favors or positive impressions. It's the opposite. I think it's viewed as almost like a weakness or a bad hobby or something like that, and that's just a feeling of it. And so I thought I'd say it, So that's the way it is. And so my life has been very much so, just like our 50-50 split. I've got my corporate life, and I don't talk about work here, partially because there's reasons why I should, and also and vice versa. I don't talk about, my hobbies at work. And if people ask me about my hobbies, DIY, mountaineering, which I haven't done in 8 years, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of put up this face, and it's not true. So what happened today, which got me down, was that I was, thank you, Minnie, was really the, we did like a video test, and I did a video test from the other room. It's just completely blank walls and all that, and, and it worked. It worked really well, and it means that for the first time in about a year, I can actually see my team members and teammates and all that. But I feel like I'm having to hide who I am at the core, because you know what I mean? Like, I mean, look, I don't think this environment is appropriate for a business web conference, okay? I don't. You know, in financial services, which is what I work in, it's just not appropriate to have this stuff in the background. Most certainly not if a pink bra is dangling from the poster, right? So that stuff, fair enough. There's a time and a place for everything, and I don't think they should remain separates. But it's more this inherent fear, and I'm being open about it because I've challenged myself on this. And this is why I'm willing to wear a bra on stream, or a corset, or tape something to my chest, or punch a light out on stream and not feel stupid about it afterwards, is because I've been able to share with you guys. You've gotten to know me. I've gotten to know a heck of a lot of you. And to me, to challenge yourself and to continually better yourself is to put the stuff that scares you in front of you and out there in front of the world and just say, no, damn it, I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to beat your ass. Now they're going to turn it to me beating you, Karen. I swear there's no domestic violence here. Unless she asks for it.
You should see Jade. No. Because of her big bruise on her head.
Oh, yeah, Jade. Oh, God, we'll talk about Jade later.
Oh, so...
But staying on point, right? I'm going to break free of this goddamn closet. And I'm going to be very happy when I do it. And I think I'm going to start by having a conversation with my boss along these lines at some stage. I haven't worked out how to break it or talk about it conversationally. I'd like the video thing to kind of go a little bit simple for a while. And maybe I'll just do it as a surprise one day, or maybe eke in. I kind of like to make a big splash when I do these things, because it's kind of like going into the cold ocean with your balls. Is that you go in slowly and it's pretty painful. I know you know what this is like, honey. But your special bits down below, like anyone ever cup them while they jump into the ocean? It's kind of like, isn't that cheating it? Shouldn't you just kind of dive in? Like the best way is literally just go head first, dive in, your whole body gets freezing, you come up, you're like, oh, for like 2 seconds, and then everything's fine again. Instead of torturing yourself over 10 or 15 minutes. I've done that. While we're admitting things, I've done that. I've taken 10 or 15 minutes to get my balls into the ocean. It's been cold out there sometimes. But I'm going to break this. I'm going to break these chains, because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being Mr. 50-50, worried that they'll find out or they'll find out something. I just got to embrace it, you know? Why can't I be the loud, boisterous fella, colorful and all that I am, in front of everybody, a uniform, single individual with one thing in mind, to be the best guy in this space that I can be? Because there's no reason that Karen should have to deal with that. You know, me hushing her playing Pokemon Go or whatever else. There's no reason why I should propagate that which I hate, which is that people would think down about, that stuff. He says, it's why I call you by ZimTalk5 all the time as you're on stream, is not Brad. Well, honestly, I renamed my Twitch account, ZimTalk5. Partly for branding, because it's easier to know one name instead of two, but also half because I didn't want traceability between my two lives.
What, because your stream was originally Brad?
No, not my stream, my Twitch. My Twitter account. My Twitter account. You can have a name and then you can have your actual Twitter handle. Mm-hmm. So I used to have Brad, and I changed it to ZimTalk5. So now ZimTalk5 and add ZimTalk5 instead of Brad at ZimTalk5, And I don't generally on stream, and this is why I've gone with the Zim branding and everything. Now I'm going to stay with the Zim branding. I'm going to stay with that. I like that we are Zim for the show. I like that's what this is all about.
So this is, I think you'll realize that people won't care all that much.
I agree. I actually think that people are kind of like, oh, he's a VR enthusiast. Well, that's neat. Now I know something unique about this guy, He's definitely going to defeat the boss in real life. Yeah, Toby, thanks. It'll feel scary as fuck. Yeah, it will, but I mean, you get past these things. But that's the point. You got to just take it on. Any thoughts on that, Karen?
I've been there. I've definitely been there.
Karen is amazing at this stuff, by the way.
Why do you say that?
He is an amazing... she. What am I doing? I'm freaking half a Foster's, for God's sakes. I was thinking of him and I was getting my wires crossed. But Karen is amazing. When I first met her... Do you mind if I tell them the story about... what's the guy's name? Ron? Ron? No. What's the guy's name?
Rob.
Rob. Oh! It was Bob earlier, but now we're going to go to Rob. Met her. We were... We'll call it dating. It's hard when you're not in the same place as one another, but long distance dating for a while. And then we were living together in London. And Karen used to be a lot more quiet than she is now.
Yeah.
A lot more quiet. What was the thing they said to you in gym class once?
Yeah, I said something to the person next to me, and this other guy who was nearby, he turns to me, he's like, "You talked? I don't think I've ever heard you talk. Like, say something again." Like, it's just like,
So if you're a quiet mouse, and I know we've got a couple in here, if you're a quiet mouse in real life, perfect role model. Look, guys, if there's one role model on this stream, we know it's Karen. She handles the kids. She cooks amazing things. She keeps me sane. Kicks my ass to the stream when I need to come on. You know, as they say, and it's very, very true. I can tell you from my side. You know, if there's a great man, there's a better woman behind him. Totally the same. But, you know, thank you, Karen, for everything that you've done for me, because you've broken me through a couple of barriers through my life. And I think the one thing that maybe... I don't know. I mean, I put the little dangler out there, but it wasn't me who broke through that, and that was you. But I challenged her. I said, "Look, there's an open window up there. Why do you shout, 'Hey, Rob,' at that window?"
There was a reason why it came up before that, though. There was a reason why you challenged me in that way. Do you remember?
No, there was something that you chose not to do.
I know, there was something I sort of failed at.
Because I said, "Oh, I want you to say, 'Hey, buddy,' or whatever," and you didn't, and I think I did then.
Call someone by their name or something.
Something like that. And then basically this challenge came up. It was late at night. It was like 9 o'clock at night. We were out for a nightly stroll, and there was an open window, and I said, "Just shout, 'Hey, Rob,' at this." I think it was a guy standing in the window.
No, there was no
Was
one
there
out
not?
there.
No,
Well,
there was
as
a
far as
party
you
in there.
know.
There was a party in there. I remember.
Really?
We didn't see it. That we could hear it. I remember we could hear the party, and that's why
I
you.
don't remember that.
Anyway, so you were nervous about it.
Yeah,
Properly
of course.
nervous, like shaking at her boots, nervous about it. But she was really considering it. I could see that in her eyes that she was like, gonna do this thing or try. And I was really impressed because she did it. She actually pushed through and did that. And that wasn't the first time. Like, for years I've seen Karen just go from step to step to step to step. I mean, she's leading a group. There's other things she's doing now. You know, she planned our wedding. Like all this stuff that my Karen from years ago, 10 years ago, would not have done this. You know, would have never done this. But no, like we didn't know anyone in that party. We didn't know if there was a guy named Rob. It was literally just a, hey, just do this for the sake of just shout. Yeah, just be okay to shout and let it all out. That's probably the start of a song.
Open window, hey Rob, party, need more context, says Hunter.
Yeah, this is because most adults have a very close friend list. Look, I'll be honest, and this is my next thing. Is this a Feels for Karen stream?
You. I like that some sack.
What?
So it was you. That's funny.
Look, it's been good to get a couple of things off of my chest. That's why I entitled this "Feck This Shit," because I didn't want this lingering and just being internalized, and I internalize a lot.
Did you see Hayes' comment?
Yeah, Karen, when you and I first met, I was here. You had a helmet on, shooting arrows at baddies. Methinks it's been special ever since. That's lovely. And Aiden, guys, thanks. Yeah, she's my wife. That's it. She's my wife of several years now. What are we going on 7?
Yeah, almost there.
I almost thought you were going to say several kids.
Well, we
Yeah.
we got a couple kids anyway. Oh man.
So I thought you need to drink beers more often.
I haven't. This is half. This was just. Look, I absolutely.
Just one of those nights.
For anyone who knows me, I do not need beer to loosen me up.
No.
I will jump on a table. I will say my mind. I do not use alcohol. And actually, another part of my character that I need to work on. Every time that Minnie or Kat or I'm trying to think of others who told me, like, I've gotten drunk and done X, and it's kind of like I've broken through a barrier because of alcohol. I hate that stuff. I'll be honest, right? Is that I used to look down at friends who were smokers and that, and I know it's a strength that I have that other people maybe don't. But if you can do it and challenge yourself to learn to break through stuff without any inhibitors, do it as early as you can, because that stuff builds on itself. You know, you start to think, oh, I can't go to that party without alcohol or whatever. Just literally try to separate the two. And it doesn't mean you can't drink. Just challenge yourself so that you can test yourself and know that you're comfortable in your own skin. Just do it, right? I used to be scared to call people on the phone. Hey, Deech Man. And Karen as well. It was literally the wedding planning thing, and I raised that to you, and I said, do this. And you said, I'm not doing it. I'm not making these phone calls. But you still did it. And after that,
True.
fine. And I was a project manager. I was doing phone calls like 8 hours a day. You know?
Oh, Mumble's gone, bud.
Oh, Mumble's funny. That's weird. Yeah, Mumble disconnected. I'll jump back on there. Thanks for letting me know. That's my little error message. So yeah, look, guys, we're just coming on. We're just here tonight to talk about a couple of these things because you got to get it off your chest.
I've not drank alcohol in over 7 years. Pretty good.
Hunter, wow, good stuff. And again, look, I'm not saying that alcohol is the demon. Karen, you haven't drank alcohol in
Well,
4?
Not
No, 3.
real alcohol, because
Yeah.
I've had
But yeah, you haven't sat down with a bottle of wine and gone through it.
no since what, early 2013,
Been a long time.
I guess.
Kids came along, Karen had no alcohol. Like, even before then, right? So you're not playing the Rift today? I don't know yet. I might. I have to be careful with my timeline, because I have to get up early for work. 6:30 or something. So, Inwarp says, got to go to bed. It's 2 a.m. here. See you later. I'll shoot a couple of keys tomorrow. Thank you, Inwarp. And guys, I'm not going to keep you up too late. All right, so let's not play tonight. This has been the heart pouring stream. Thank you for those who came along. I'm happy to drink some more tomorrow if people really want me to. See me driving a Neuro truck or whatever. It'll be a Rift night because we are owed to do Rift night. I think we're going to do the new Windlands content tomorrow. Okay? And do other stuff like that. How late is it now? It is currently 1:15 midnight.
Does alcohol plus VR equal motion sickness? Does it work?
Sorry, does alcohol...
Plus VR equal motion sickness.
No. No, they're not related. Have you ever...
We already had this
Let's do a
discussion.
graph of the time lapse. VR, alcohol. Yeah, that's a fair
I've not
point.
been able to drink on stream ever.
I know. All right. Oh, look, we're back. We're back. Hey, what? What the hell? It's not letting me join. Join channel. That's weird. Can you guys hear me?
You're banned from the channel.
You are banned from... What the feck?
What the heck?
What the hell?
Getting us all greased up.
It just kicked me out. All right, never mind. We'll leave Mumble for the moment. Guys, this has been good. Thank you for everyone for turning up so
I'll
late.
be right back.
I was going to just ask you, we're just trying to rap, for God's sakes, woman! That's not how this works.
Sorry, I thought I heard something and I don't want to leave them.
No, it's fine. You're
Okay.
You're the mother you need to be.
I'm here.
Thank you for being strong. I'm sorry I was the way I was earlier. It was, sometimes things just get you down, and I don't like coming on here down.
And he has the vibe still.
I do still have the vibe, yeah, Bob. Don't worry. We'll be doing that. The stream after stream. There's still got stuff that I love playing on that. And some of the devs, for those who missed it earlier, some of the devs have given me stuff. So Kitten Apocalypse or Kitty Apocalypse, that dev is going to shoot me some keys, one of which I think to give away. So tomorrow we're going to do that. I said before my little spiel about how I'm not one for giveaways, but I will make the exception if a dev wants to promote their game. and the Windlands update. There's been a Windlands update, so if you play it, I will tell you tomorrow the secrets of what is new. I'm sure you'll be able to find that with patch notes. There you go. Mixed screen, you just got here. Oh, I'm sorry, we're just wrapping. Check us on the replay. Tonight was a bit of a special one, I think. Look, guys, it's crazy. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but it's a full chat window's worth. I appreciate you guys for just tuning in and listening to this. I know I'm not playing anything VR stuff, as I said before. This is meant to be a holistic show. Although we're VR only, we are not only VR. Does that make sense? I won't play 2D games, but I will talk about other stuff. We'll talk about the news or the weather or whatever as we feel it, because I'm human, as very much represented by tonight's chat. So the one thing I would say to you is stay human, be proud to be a gamer, and I gotta get a t-shirt that says Gamer Pride.
Will it be in rainbows?
I think we gotta pick our own color scheme.
Yeah. Maybe it needs to be the red and blue, right?
It's gotta be the red and blue! I know what I'm wearing at EGX now. We're gonna design a shirt. I'm gonna go with Gamer Pride. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll get a couple extra t-shirts and we can hand them out. Whatever it is. Alright guys, it's been an excellent night. Karen and I are off to bed. She needs to get sleep, and I need to get sleep for work. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Gamers.
Gamer. Cute. And we'll see you tomorrow for the show. Thanks for hanging. I'll give you some music before we go. Have a great night. And it's technically Friday already, so we'll see you later.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Our backs against the wall. It seems impossible, but there's nobody else I want by my side to stand here with me to take this fight through the rise and fall.